Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Out of the Park Baseball 22, and today we are going to continue our season in 1995 with the Montreal Expos. So last time out, which was a little bit ago, it's been a minute since I played this game, we didn't fare as good as I wanted or needed to against the Padres. We dropped 2 out of 3 against them, which means that it's going to make today's series even harder in a way, because now we are going to be facing the Dodgers, who's a really good team, and it's probably not going to be easy at all, folks. So today we still have one injury, which is Jose Rosado. He's still out for about a week, and then we're going to get him back. Dodgers are 34-14. That's a ridiculously good record. They are obviously first in the West. And today we are facing Pedro Martinez, the real, well, I shouldn't say real, because the other one is also, you know, Pedro Martinez, but the Pedro Martinez that most people will remember. He's 5-2. He has a 4.15 ERA, so he did allow some runs, but it's gonna be a tough matchup. We're gonna be going with Miguel Batista on for that one. Let's take a look at the Dodgers, see who they have hurt. And they only have Jose Offerman that's hurt, and he's actually not gonna play here. He has 4 days left on the injured list, so we're not gonna see him. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, we're gonna have our work cut out for us. So a 3-game series here against the Dodgers. Alright, let's get things going. We're playing at home. I would love to say that it gives us an advantage, but I'm not sure that it does. Right, for game 1, I'm gonna go ahead and play Jody Reed at shortstop. Now I'm gonna leave everything the same for now. Alright. Dodgers are going to go with Chris Latham playing second base while Jose Offerman is recovering from his injury. Cal Daniels is batting second. Mike Piazza is batting third. Daryl Strawberry fourth. Eric Karros playing first base is batting fifth. Todd Islandsworth, the center fielder, is going to be batting sixth. Will Otanez is going to be playing shortstop and batting seventh. And Sean Berry, who was an Expo in real life, will be the third baseman and batting 8, with, of course, Pedro Martinez on the mound and batting 9th for the Dodgers. Let's get this thing going. Go Expos and play ball. Right, so Chris Latham leading off the first here against Miguel Batista. 1-2 to him. And that's a base hit to center. Alright, so leadoff single for the Dodgers, like we need that. And now Cal Daniels is the next batter with a runner on first. Full count to him, and he walks. Alright, 2-on, nobody out for Mike Piazza. 1-0 to him, and that's popped. And that's cut by the pitcher Batista for out number 1. AFJ, what's up? Are you still working on your project? Daryl Strawberry now with 2 on and 1 out. A double play here would be really excellent. 1-1. Grounds it to second. Oh, we only get the runner out at second base. That's the second out. There's now runners on first and third, but there's 2 outs now, so they need a base hit from Eric Karros. 0-1 to him. Grounds it to third. And we get him at first for out number 3. Awesome. Oh, you're only gonna work on that when you're at your parents'? I don't think you go there all that often. Alright, Pedro Martinez on the mound for the Dodgers. Delano the Shields leading off the bottom of the first for us. Full count. That's it to right. Strawberry after it. Catches it for out number 1. That's right. How far did you get into it? Kirby Puckett is batting next with 1 out. 1-0 to him. That's it to left. Cal Daniels after it. Catches it for out number 2. John Kruk now with 2 outs. No count to John Kruk. And that's a base hit to center. So when you say 3 teams made, you mean the logo and the team name and uniforms and all of that stuff, right? You didn't create any players. Kenterbeck is next with a runner on first and 2 outs. 2-1. That's it to center. Islandsworth after it, and he catches it for out number 3. Alright. Yeah, it's a pretty fun endeavor. Oh yeah, it is. You're gonna need to try to find a a way to transcribe the stats, the ratings and everything. And welcome aboard, Nick C. Live. Alright, Todd Islandsworth leading off the top of the second. Still no score here in Montreal. No count to Islandsworth. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Willie Sotanez is next. 1-1 to him. Oh, that's going to be an infield single. And he's safe at first for a base hit. So 1 out base hit for the Dodgers. Sean Berry is next. No count. Oh, and yeah, that's not good. We drilled him, so now there's 2 on with 1 out. Pedro Martinez is the batter. He's probably going to be bunting here, and he is down the first base line, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Both runners advance, of course, on the sacrifice. There's 2 runners in scoring position now and 2 outs. Oh, I don't have that many. I do not have that many. Alright, so 2 outs now, 2 runners in scoring position. Chris Latham is going to be the batter. They need a base hit from him. I need a strikeout or just an out. No count. And that's it to left, and that's going to be a base hit. Alright, so Latham scores 2 with his single to left, and that's 2-0 Dodgers here in inning number 2. Cal Daniels is next, runner on first, 2 outs, 1-1 to him. Oh, the runner goes, and he's safe. That's his 9th stolen base this season. So now the Dodgers have a runner in scoring position, 3-1, and Cal Daniels walk again. Not a great start for Miguel Batista so far. Mike Piazza now, 2 on, 2 outs, no count. That's popped to center. Kirby Puckett is after it, and he catches it for out number 3. The Dodgers strike first. They got 2 runs on a 2-run single by Chris Latham. We're going into the bottom of the second. It is 2-0 Dodgers here at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. Ruben Rivera leading off the inning for us. 1-2. And he struck out looking. And that's out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. 1-1. That's it to left. Cal Daniels after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Alright, so 2 outs for Jeff King. 2-2 to him. And he struck out swinging. Oh, you did? starting in today's day and age, or did you start sometime in the past? Alright, so nothing for the Expos in the bottom of the second. Top of the third, Darryl Strawberry leading off for the Dodgers, who have a 2-0 lead here. 2-2 to him. Oh, struck out swinging. Alright. Are you gonna retire Seager because he retired just 2 weeks ago or something like that? Eric Karros now. 2-2 to him. With 1 out. Struck out swinging. Alright, so Miguel Batista heard my comments about him not doing all that great in this game. And now he's coming out and striking out everybody. Islandsworth with 2 outs now. 1-0. Grounds it to second. The throw to first, and that's out number 3. The Dodgers go down in order in inning number 3. We are going into the bottom of the inning with Jody Reed leading us for us. You signed him to a 6-year extension instead of retiring him. 0-1 to Jody Reed. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out easily at first for out number 1. Well, you should either use past tense here or specify that you love Seager in the game. Miguel Batista now with 1 out, 1-2. And he struck out looking. Alright, 2 outs, nobody on for Delino the Shields, full count. And he walks. Alright, so a 2-out walk for the Shields. We have some wheels on the bases. Well, do you know him personally then? Kirby Puckett is the next batter, runner on the first. You cannot love Seager right now because he's not playing anymore. Well, I guess unless you know him personally. 1-1 to Kirby Puckett. Oh, that's popped to right. That's going to be an easy out for Strawberry, and that's out number 3. Yeah, I do not know anybody that's, famous or anything like that. Alright, Willis Otania is leading off the top of the 4th. We're still down 2-0 here at Olympic Stadium, 2-1. That's going to be an infield single. Alright, so Otania is with an infield single to lead off the 4th. Sean Berry is next. 1-1. That's a single to center. Alright, so there's 2 on and nobody out. Pedro Martinez is next. He's gonna bunt, I'm pretty sure. No count to him. And he missed the bunt. 0-2. And he managed to bunt. And he's out at first. That's a sacrifice. On the play, both runners advance. So there's 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. Chris Latham hurt us in a similar situation before. Like the custom league that you're trying to translate into MLB The Show. 2-2 to Chris Latham. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first, but the runner scores from third. And it is 3-0 for the Dodgers now. I see. Alright, Cal Daniels now with 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to second. The Shields throws it to first. And that's out number 3. The Dodgers add to their lead with a run. It is now 3-0 Los Angeles here in Montreal. John Kruk is now the batter to lead off the bottom of the 4th. And now you're going to immortalize it into MLB The Show. That's it pretty good by John Kruk all the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases. Oh, is John Kruk carrying his mullet all the way to third base? He is. It is a triple for John Kruk and his mullet. Huh. I'm sure you could see like the mullet like in the wind in the back. Like I'm sure it was really beautiful to see. All right, so triple for John Kruk to lead off the bottom of the 4th. We have Kenterbeck next, full count to him. That's it to right. That should be deep enough. And it is. That's a sac fly for Canterbeck. And it is 3-1 now. Yeah, and some aerodynamism for when he's running too. Like the curls get cut in the wind and everything, and it kind of powers him to run. Alright, Ruben Rivera is next. 1 out, nobody on. 1 and 2. And he struck out swinging. Alright, 2 outs. Charles Johnson is next. 3 and 1 to him. That's it. Towards center field. Islandsworth is the diving catch for Todd Islandsworth. And it is out number 3. The Expos do get on the board. It is now 3-1 for the Dodgers. Top of the 5th, Mike Piazza is the batter. 3 and 1 to him. And he walks. Alright. Yeah, Batista's been walking a few batters, hitting a couple and whatnot. Not a great start. Alright, runner on first, nobody out. Daryl Strawberry is next. 3 and 1 to him. And he walks as well. Oh my. 2 on, nobody out for Eric Karros. 1 and 1. That's it to left, and it falls in front of Rivera. Nobody comes in to score, though. However, that means that the bases are loaded with nobody out, and Todd Islandsworth is the next batter. Yeah, nobody out, bases loaded. 3 and 2. Oh, struck out swinging. That's huge because now a double play ends the inning without a run scored. Willis Otanez is next. 2 and 2 to him. Struck out swinging as well. Alright, all of a sudden, bases are still loaded, but there's 2 outs for Sean Berry. 1 and 1. That's it to center. Kirby Puckett is after it. And that's the end of the inning. So the Dodgers load up the bases with nobody out and nobody comes in to score. That's huge. Alright, so we're still down 2 here. Bottom of the 5th. Jeff King to face off against Pedro Martinez. 1 and 0. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Jody Reed now. 0 and 1 to him. Grounds it to short. He's thrown out at first for out number 2. That brings up Miguel Batista. 2 and 2 to him. Struck out swinging. Alright, Pedro Martinez leads off the top of the 6th, 3-1 Dodgers, so no count to Pedro Martinez. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. That brings up Chris Latham, full count. That's it to center, and it has some carry all the way to the fence. That's going to be extra bases. And that's a double for Latham. Cal Daniels now with a runner in scoring position, 1 out, no count to him. That's it to right. John Kruk after it. He catches it for out number 2. Alright, and oh man. With the Mariners, you did that, signing Scherzer. Yeah, that's a lot of money for a guy that can barely pitch anymore. Man. Let's see here. I'm gonna bring in John Doris to relieve Batista. Batista's not been that great in that game. Alright, so Piazza with 2 outs, runner in scoring position, 2 and 2. And that's a base hit to left. And that scores a run, so it is 4-1, and on the play Piazza moves to second base. It is now 4-1 for the Dodgers. Yeah, that's the beauty of the... Oh, yeah, that sucks if all the free agents sign fail miserably. Isn't that kind of what happens to the Mariners in real life, though? Alright, Darryl Strawberry now, runner in scoring position, 2 outs, 1 and 2. That's it all the way to the fence. That's gonna score another run, and that's gonna be extra bases for Strawberry. Alright, 5-1 for the Dodgers. So I probably should have just held on with Batista. Alright, Eric Karros now, 2 outs, runner in scoring position, 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. John Duras is dumping in the shovel here. 2 on, 2 outs for Todd Islandsworth, 1-0. That's a base hit to center. Dear Jesus. And it scores another run. It is now 6-1 for the Dodgers. Willie Otanez is next, 2 on, 2 outs, 0-1. Grounds it to short. And we get the runner at second base, and we finally get out of this inning. John Duras had one mission, and one mission only. It was to get the 3rd out, and he failed miserably at doing that. Bottom of the 6th, we're down 5 now. It's going to be tough to come back against the Dodgers and Pedro Martinez. Delino De Shields leads off the bottom of the 6th for us. Full count. That's it, weekly to left. Cal Daniels is there. Catches it for out number 1. Who else did you sign that failed miserably? Kirby Puckett is next with 1 out. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. Alright, so we get a free base runner with 1 out. John Kruk is the batter. Full count. That's it to center. Islandsworth after it catches it for out number 2. So with 2 outs, Ken Turbeck is the batter now, 0-2, and he struck out swinging. Man, did you just try to pick the Dodgers apart or something? Alright, Sean Berry leads off the top of the 7th, 1-2. Grounds it to first. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Pedro Martinez is next, 1-2 to him. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Chris Latham is next with 2 outs, 3-1 to him. And he walks. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Cal Daniels now. Yeah, that sucks when you try to get some help and everybody that you get just shits the bed. Alright, Cal Daniels with a runner on first, 2 outs. No count. Oh, the runner goes, and he's safe. That's a stolen base for Latham. That's his 2nd stolen base of the game and his 10th of the season. 1-2 to Daniels, and that's a base hit to right. Alright, so another run scores for the Dodgers. It is now 7-1. Oh, it's been rough. Alright. No, you're going to pitch to Piazza. So runner on first, 2 outs. Piazza is the batter. No count. That's a base hit to center. What a terrible, terrible, terrible appearance in relief for John Duras. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and bring in Scott Bales. Alright, so runners on first and third, 2 outs. Darryl Strawberry is the batter, 2 and 2. I'm bringing in the lefty against the lefty. That's it to center, and Kirby Puckett is there for out number 3. The Dodgers add 1 run to their lead. It is now 7-1. Well, win-loss is very dependent on the rest of the team. You can allow 1 run a game, every game. If your team doesn't score, you're still going to lose. So win-loss is not that great of a stat. But if the rest of the stats were there, then you have something pretty solid. Alright, bottom of the 7th. Ruben Rivera leading off against Pedro Martinez. 2 and 2. Grounds it to third. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. We have 2 hits in the game, both by John Kruk, by the way. Charles Johnson is next. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches, so we get a base runner. And Jeff King is the next batter with 1 out. Full count. Grounds it to short. And they get Jeff King out at first. Charles Johnson is safe at second base, so we have a runner in scoring position and 2 outs for Jody Reed. 2 and 1. Grounds it down the line in left. It's going to be extra bases. That's going to score a run. It's going to be 7-2 now. Alright, so Jody Reed with the double. Alright, Scott Bales is going to get replaced here. And I'm going to bring in Brett Barbery, I guess. Alright, Brett Barbery facing off against Pedro Martinez. 2 outs, runner in scoring position, 1-0. That's it to, to right, oh dear God. All the way on the fence. That's extra bases for Barbery. He's not stopping, he's going to third. That's a triple for Barbery. That scores a run. It's 7-3. For a second, I thought it was a home run by Brett Barbery. All right. Who was it that won the Cy Young? All right, so the Dodgers finally pull Pedro Martinez. They're bringing in Jeff Gray facing off against Delino the Shields. 2 outs, runner on third. 2 and 2 to the Shields. And that's a base hit to center. That's going to score another run. It's now 7-4. Alright, Kirby Puckett is next. Runner on first. 2 outs. No count. Oh, the Shields goes. That's a stolen base. That's his 15th stolen base of the season. So runner in scoring position. 2 outs for Kirby Puckett. Full count. Oh, he struck out looking. That hurts. Oh, Marco Gonzalez. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in Steve Olin. Eric Karros is the batter. Top of the 8. We scored 3, so it's 7-4 for the Dodgers. That game is not over. 1-0. That's popped. The Shields is there, and that's out number 1. That brings up Todd Islandsworth with 1 out. No count to him. Grounds it to first. Ken Turbeck takes it to the bag himself. That's out number 2. Willie Sotanez is next. 2-0. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Perfect inning for Steve Olin. We're going into the bottom of the 8. Still down 3. Jeff Gray on the mound for the Dodgers. John Kruk is the batter. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Canterbeck is next, 1-1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Ruben Rivera now with 2 outs, 1-2 to him. Struck out swinging. I think that's his 3rd strikeout of the game. That is not good enough, folks. So we're still down 3, and we have only 1 inning now to come back into this one. So Sean Berry is going to be the leadoff batter in the 9th for the Dodgers. I'm going to keep Steve Allen on the mound. 0-2 to Sean Berry. Struck out looking. That brings up, Henry Rodriguez is the pinch hitter for the Dodgers now with 1 out, 0-2. Ooh, that's a home run. Opposite field home run for Henry. It is now 8-4 for the Dodgers. That brings up Chris Latham with 1 out, 1-1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Cal Daniels now 1-0. That's it weakly to center. Kirby Puckett is there. That's out number 3. The Dodgers do get 1 more round. It is now 8-4. John Franco comes in to pitch in the 9th for the Dodgers. We have a 4-run deficit to make up for. Charles Johnson here leading off, 2-2. And he struck out looking. Jeff King is next, no count. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. That's our last out. Jody Reed facing off against John Franco, 0-1. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. We dropped the first game of the series. An 8-4 defeat. We knew it was going to be difficult. Alright, so somewhere else in the league, Brad Radke threw a complete game shutout against the Texas Rangers, a 1-0 game. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and finish today. Alright, nothing else happened. Let's take a look here. Alright, game 2 of the 3-game series. We're going to be facing our former teammate, Oil Can Boyd, and we're going to be sending Carlos Perez on the mound for that one. Oil Can Boyd is 5-3 with a 3.29 ERA, so decent start for the former Expo. He's 35, still a capable pitcher. Okay, I'm gonna play Polonia today. I'm gonna put Polonia in left field, and then Rivera's gonna play in right. And I want to give a start to Brett Barbary at shortstop. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Alright, let's go ahead and do this and hope for the best. Dodgers are going to go with Eric Young playing second base, batting first. Cal Daniels, Mike Piazza. Eric Karros, Darryl Strawberry. Willis Otañez, Todd Islandsworth, and Sean Berry. So very similar lineup, except Eric Young is playing second base instead of Chris Latham, who tear us apart. He had a really good game. Not sure why he's being benched. Maybe he's tired or something. No, they just Decided to go with Eric Young. Alright, let's go with this and see what happens. Go Expos and play ball! Right, Eric Young facing off against Carlos Perez to lead the game. Full count. And he walks. So leadoff walk for the Dodgers to start the game. Cal Daniels is next. 1-0 to him. Tries to bunt, but he missed. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Take a seat. Runner on first. 1 out for Mike Piazza. Oh god, look at those ratings against lefties. Ouch. 1-2. That's it to left. Luis Polonia after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Alright. So 2 outs, runner on first for Eric Karros. Full count. That's it to left. And that's caught by Luis Polonia. That's out number 3. Alright, so Carlos Perez walks the first batter, but we get out of this without allowing a run. Bottom of the first, Delino the Shields leading off against Oil Can Boyd. 2-0. That's a base hit to center for Delino the Shields. Alright. Leadoff single for the Expos. And that brings up Luis Polonia. 1-0. Runner goes. And he's safe. That's 16 stolen bases for Delino the Shields. And now we have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. 2-2 to Polonia. He grounds it to third. Polonia's thrown out at first, but on the play, the Shields makes it to third base. So we have a runner on third and only 1 out for Kirby Puckett. So a base hit or a deep fly ball somewhere should score the run. 0-1. And that's it weakly to the pitcher. He's thrown out at first for out number 2, of course, on the play. The Shields has to hold at third. Ken Turbeck is next with 2 outs. 2-2. That's it weakly to right. And Darryl Strawberry is there to catch it for out number 3. We got a runner to third base and we failed to score him. It is still scoreless here in Montreal, going into the top of the second with Darryl Strawberry leading off for the Dodgers. Full count to him. Grounds it to short. Barbary with the throw, and that's out number 1. Willis Otanez is next. 1-1. That's it to center. Kirby Puckett goes after it. And he catches it for out number 2. Todd Islandsworth is next. 2-1 to him. That's it to left. Polonia goes after it. And he catches it for out number 3. Alright, the Dodgers go down in order in inning number 2. It's still scoreless here in Montreal with Ruben Rivera leading off the bottom of the second for us against Oil Can Boyd. 0-2 to Rivera. Struck out looking. Oh, that's a tough series for Rivera so far. Charles Johnson is next with 1 out. 1-2. Struck out looking as well. Dear God, at least try to swing. Jeff King with 2 outs. 1-0. That's a base hit to center. And that's a 2-out base hit for the Expos. And now Brett Barbary is the batter with 2 outs. Runner on first. Full count. That's it. Oh, that's it pretty well. It's going to go all the way to the fence there. That should score a run. That's a double for Barbary. And Jeff King indeed scores on the play. It is 1-0 for the Expos. Carlos Perez is the next batter. Runner in scoring position and 2 outs. 1-1. Oh, that's popped foul. And the third baseman, Sean Berry, is there for out number 3. Right, the Expos do take the lead thanks to a double by Brett Barbary. It is now 1-0 for the Expos. Top of the third, Sean Berry is the batter. 1-0 to him. Grounds it to third. Good throw by Jeff King. That's out number 1. Oil Can Boyd is next. Full count. Struck out swinging. Alright, Now the lineup flips back over. Eric Young is next, 1-2. Grounds it to first. Urbeck takes it himself, and that's out number 3. The line of the Shields is next. Leading off the bottom of the third, we are up 1-0. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Luis Polonia now, 1-1. That's it to left, and it falls in front of Cal Daniels for a base hit. So we have some wheels on base. Runner on first, 1 out. Kirby Puckett is the batter, 0-1. Grounds it to short, and that's a double play. Just like that, the inning is over for the Expos in inning number 3. We're going to go into the top of the 4th with Cal Daniels leading off, 0-2. Struck out swinging. Mike Piazza is next with 1 out, 0-1. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Eric Karros now with 2 outs, 0-2. Struck out looking. Going into the bottom of the 4th with the Expos up 1-0. Kent Urbeck here leading off, 0-2. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 1. Ruben Rivera is next, 2-2. That's it to right, it falls in. Alright, so finally Ruben Rivera does something other than striking out. And that's an opposite field single for him. So runner on first, 1 out. Charles Johnson is the batter now, 2-2. Grounds it to short. And that's another inning-ending double play for the Expos. We're going into the top of the 5th. Still up 1-0. Darryl Strawberry leading off the top of the 5th for the Dodgers. 2-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Willis Otañez is next. 1-1. Grounds it to the pitcher. And that's an infield single. That's the first base hit of the game for the Dodgers. Alright, so runner on first, 1 out for Todd Islandsworth. 3-1 to him, and Carlos Perez walks in. Alright, so all of a sudden the Dodgers have 2 runners on and only 1 out for Sean Berry. 2-2. Struck out swinging. That looked high to me. Oil Can Boy now, 2 outs, 2 runners on, no count. That's a base hit to left, his first base hit of the season, and it's going to score a run, ties the game. Game tied at 1. 2 on, 2 outs for Eric Young, no count. That's it weakly to center, Kirby Puckett after it. Gets it for out number 3. The Dodgers tie the game thanks to a base hit by Oil Ken Boyd. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Jeff King is now the batter. Full count. Grounds it to first. And he's thrown out for out number 1. Brett Barbary now. No count. Grounds it to the pitcher. That's an infield single. Alright, so infield single for Barbary, who's 2 for 2 now today. There's a runner on first and 1 out for Carlos Perez. 0-1. Oh, he tries to bunt, but he misses. And he bunted it foul, so that's a strikeout. It advances nobody. That's a wasted out. Two outs. Runner on first. The line with the Shields is the batter. 0-2. Grounds it to first, and he is easily out. Going into the top of the 6th, still tied at 1 here at Olympic Stadium. Cal Daniels is the next batter. 2-2. Grounds it to the pitcher. And he's thrown out at fair. I wasn't sure if it was an error or what. Like, it kind of froze. Alright, so 1 out. Mike Piazza is the next batter. 3-0. And he walks on 4 pitches. Eric Karros is next. 1 and 2. Grounds it to third. That's a double play, and it is still 1-1. Going into the bottom of the sixth, we have Luis Polonia now to face off against Oil Can Boyd. 1 and 1. Grounds it to third, and that's an easy out for the first out of the inning. Kirby Puckett is next. 2 and 2 to him. Oh, that's going to be extra bases all the way to the fence. That's an opposite field double for Kirby Puckett. Right, so we have a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Ken Turbeck is the batter. 1 and 2. That's it to center, but not very deep, or not deep enough, I should say. Islandsworth got it. Runner makes it to third base on the play, but there's 2 outs now, so we need a base hit from Ruben Rivera. And I think we got it. Yes, we did. All right, that falls in front of Darryl Strawberry, so the Expos take the lead back. It is now 2-1 Montreal. With 2 outs, runner on first, Charles Johnson is the batter. 1 and 0. Oh, the runner goes, and he's out. The Expos do take the lead back. It is 2-1. Alright, top of the 7th. Darryl Strawberry is the first one to face Carlos Perez. 2 and 1 to him. That's it to left, and it falls in front of Luis Polonia for a base hit. Sorry. Alright, so runner on first, nobody out for Willis Otañez. No count. Grounds it to second. We only get the lead runner, so that's a fielder's choice. There's 1 out and a runner on first. Felix Jose comes in as a pinch hitter for the Dodgers. Full count, and he walks. Yikes. Alright, Sean Berry is next. Let's see here. Two on, 1 out. No count. That's it to center. Kirby Puckett is there. That's out number 2. And nobody advances. Alright, there's 2 on, 2 outs. O. Henry comes in as a pinch hitter. We know what happened yesterday when he did that. He hit a home run. Hopefully this time that's not going to happen. No count. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 3. Alright, so going into the bottom of the 7th, we are still up 2-1. Charles Johnson leading off against Jeff Brantley, who's coming in as a reliever. No count to Charles Johnson. And that's a base hit to right. So opposite field single for Charles Johnson. Jeff King is next with a runner on first, nobody out, 1 and 1. Oh, he tries to bunt, but he misses. That's a double play. That was it weekly to second base. That's an easy double play for the Dodgers. So 2 outs now for Brett Barbary. Full count. And he struck out swinging. Eric Young leading off the 8th against Carlos Perez. 1 and 1. Grounds it to second. And he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Cal Daniels is next. Full count to him. That's it to right. Ruben Rivera's there. Catches it for out number 2. I'm going to bring in Steve Olin to face off against Mike Piazza. Alright, so Steve Olin on the mound now. Mike Piazza is the batter. There's 2 outs, nobody on, 1 and 0. And that's a base hit to left. Alright, so the 8th inning is still alive for the Dodgers with a base hit from Mike Piazza. Eric Karros is next, runner on first, 2 outs, 1 and 2. Grounds it to second. The Shield takes it to the base himself, and that's out number 3. The Expos are still up 2-1 going into the bottom of the 8th. Jeff Brantley is still on the mound for the Dodgers. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna bat with Olin. Yeah, we're gonna use John Kruk as a pinch hitter. That's okay. John Kruk comes in to pinch it. 1-2. Struck out swinging. Alright, Delino the Shields is next. 1-2 to him as well. Oh, that's it to the pitcher, but that's an infield single for the Shields. So runner on first, 1 out for Luis Polonia, 1-1. The Shields goes, and that's a stolen base. That's 17 stolen bases for him this season. So we have a runner in scoring position, 1 out. 2-1 to Polonia, and that's a base hit down the line in left. That's gonna score a run. It goes all the way into the corner. That's extra bases for Polonia, a double. And it is now 3-1 for the Expos. Kirby Puckett is next. No count. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Runner goes to third on the play. Kent Urbeck now, 1-2. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3, but the Expos grab a very important run, makes it 3-1 now, going into the top of the 9th. Excuse me. Alright, so we're gonna bring in Tom Gordon to close out the game. Alright, he's gonna face Darryl Strawberry first. Full count. And that's going to be a base hit right above Brett Barbery's head. So leadoff single for Strawberry. Runner on first, nobody out for Willie Sotanez. Full count to him. And that's out of here. It's a tied game. Tied at 3. Felix Oze, who remained in the game after pinch hitting earlier, is now the batter. Nobody out. Full count. That's it. Weekly to center. Kirby Puckett after it catches it for out number 1. Sean Berry is next. 2-2. Struck out swinging. George Williams is now the batter with 2 outs. 1-2. That's it. Weekly to center. Kirby Puckett is over there, and he catches it for out number 3. The Dodgers do tie the game. It is 3-3 going into the bottom of the 9th. John Franco comes in as a reliever. Ruben Rivera, the first one to face him. 2-0. Grounds it to short, and that's out number 1. Charles Johnson is next. 2-2. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Jeff King now, 0-1. Grounds it to second. That's an error. Alright, so Jeff King is safe on an error by Eric Young. Oh no, it's the error is on Caros, sorry. Alright, so Brett Barbery now with 2 outs, runner on first, no count. That's it to right. And Darryl Strawberry is there. That's out number 3. We have extra baseball right now, going into the top of the 10th with Eric Young leading off. I'm going to keep Tom Gordon on the mound for now, 1-1. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Cal Daniels is next, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Mike Piazza now, 0-1. Grounds it to first, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. Top of the 10th is fruitless for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 10th, Brian Harvey comes in now as a reliever for the Dodgers. And I'm going to bring in a pinch hitter. I'm going to go with Walt twice. One and two. That's a base hit for Walt twice. All right, so we get a runner on base. That brings up Delino the Shields with nobody on, nobody out, and one on. No count. And he bunts. And that ends up being a base hit. Oh. So we have 2 on, nobody out. Luis Polonia is the batter. 1 and 2. That's a base hit to center. Come on, Walt twice. Run, little man. Oh, he didn't. Alright, bases are loaded, nobody out. Kirby Puckett is the batter. Come on, we have to win it here. 1 and 1. That's it to right. Hopefully it's deep enough. And it is. The Expos win it 4-3 in 10 innings. Oh man. I was scared for a second when they tied it in the ninth. Whew. Alright, so 4-3 victory thanks to a sac fly by Kirby Puckett. That gave us the victory here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and... Oh, Jimmy Key was, threw a complete game shutout against the Indians in a 15-0 game. Chad Curtis hit 3 home runs in the same game against the Red Sox. That's a pretty good game indeed. Oh, I have received a... Okay, alright, so I didn't get to play Tim Laker after all, so we got Russ McGinnis back, and then Tim Laker goes back down to AAA, and Robert Ondorf went to Single A. Alright, do we have anybody? Oh, that's... Do we have anybody that's perhaps going to the All-Star game according to fans? Not really. No, we don't have anybody. See, it's the fan and media bias again against Montreal. We're a small market team. Nobody's voting any of our players in. Alright, let's take a look here, see if anything else happened. No, not really. Well, I was looking forward to try Tim Laker, but I guess not. I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here. And I'm gonna mute my microphone for a second and I'll be right back. All right, So we are back for game number 3 of this series. So we're going to be facing Ruben Martinez. It's not going to be any easier than it was against Pedro. Ruben is 7-2 with a 2.75 ERA. Really good pitcher as well. So we're going to be sending our number 5 starter, Gabe White. Gabe White has been doing pretty good this season. So yes, he's our 5th starter, but he's been pitching pretty good. So hopefully he has another good performance for us here. And let's get this thing rolling. Alright, so I'm going to keep this lineup here for this game. And the Dodgers are going with Chris Latham, Cal Daniels, Eric Karros, Darryl Strawberry, Eric Young, Sean Berry, Todd Islandsworth, and George Williams is going to be the catcher here for the Dodgers. Right, so day off for Mike Piazza. That's a good news. That's good news for us. And looks like Widis Otañez, who got that tying home run in the 9th inning in the game before, is also getting the day off. Eric Young is back playing second base. Chris Latham is moving to shortstop for this game. All right. Go Expos and play ball. All right, Chris Latham facing off against Gabe White. 0-1. Grounds it to third, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Cal Daniels is next. Full count. And he walks. All right, so a 1-out walk for the Dodgers. Runner on first, 1 out for Eric Karros. No count to him. Grounds it to the pitcher. We only get the lead runner at second. That's a fielder's choice. There's 2 outs now. Runner on first for Darryl Strawberry. 1-2. Struck out swinging. All right, that's the end of the inning. Bottom of the first incoming. We have Delino the Shields facing off against Ruben Martinez. No count to the Shields. That's a base hit to center. All right. All right, so runner on first, nobody out for Kirby Puckett. No count. Oh, that's a bad pitch. All right, so the Shields makes it to second base on the play. 1-0. That's it to right for Kirby Puckett. Falls in front of Strawberry. The Shield scores on the play. It is a 1-0 game. On the play, Kirby Puckett made it to second base. So we have a 1-0 lead here in the first inning. John Kruk is next with a runner in scoring position. 1-0. That's it to left, but pretty much right at Cal Daniels. Even though it was pretty hard. There's 1 out. Ken Turbeck is next. 1-2. That's it weakly to left. Cal Daniels after it. Catches it for out number 2 on the play. Kirby Puckett makes it to third base. Ruben Rivera is the batter now. There's 2 outs. Runner on third. We need a base hit. No count. That's a base hit to right. That's going to score a run. So, RBI single for Ruben Rivera, and it is 2-0 for the Expos. Charles Johnson is next, 3-0. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos do score 2 runs in that inning, and it is now 2-0 for the Expos. Top of the second with Eric Young leading off for the Dodgers. 2-1 to him. Oh, he tries to bunt himself on, but he's thrown out for out number 1. Sean Berry now, 2-1 to him. That's it to left, and it has some carry, and it's out of here. So that's a solo blast for Sean Berry. It is now 2-1 for the Expos. Right, that brings up Todd Islandsworth with 1 out. Full count to him. Oh, he struck out, but the ball eludes Charles Johnson. He's easily thrown out at first for out number 2. George Williams is next. 3-1 to him. And he walks. All right, Gabe White with a little bit more of a eventful inning in the second. I don't necessarily like that. All right, 2 outs, runner on first. Ruben Martinez is the batter. No count to him. Grounds it to first, and Herbeck takes it to first base himself. That's out number 3. The Dodgers reduce the lead to only 1 run with a solo blast by Sean Berry. It is now 2-1 for the Expos going into the bottom of the second. Jeff King leading off that inning. 0-2 to him. Struck out swinging. Walt Weiss is next. Full count to him. That's it to left, and that's going to be a base hit. Right, so opposite field base hit for Walt Weiss. We have a runner on first, 1 out. Gabe White is the batter. He's probably going to be bunting here. And he is. And he's thrown out at first, so that's a sacrifice hit. We have a runner in scoring position, but there's 2 outs now, so we need a base hit from Delino de Shields. 2-1. That's, oh, it has some carry to right. Oh, that's Delino de Shields' first home run of the season. That's a 2-run blast. It is now 4-1 for the Expos. All right, Kirby Puckett is next. Hey, Jeronalit, that's the 3rd game. I lost the first game 8-4 and won the second one 4-3 in 10 innings. Kirby Puckett now with 2 outs. No count. Oh, that's a base hit to left. All right, so Kirby Puckett with a single here. So the inning is still alive. John Kruk is next with 2 outs and a runner on first. Full count. Grounds it to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Expos add 2 more runs thanks to a 2-run blast by Delino de Shields. His first home run of the season. It is now 4-1 for the Expos. Chris Latham leads off the inning for the Dodgers in the top of the 3rd. 2-0 to him. Grounds it to first. Herbeck takes it to first himself, and that's out number 1. Happy New Year, Jerome Elliott. Hopefully that's a good one for you. Cal Daniels now with 1 out. 1-0. That's it to center. Kirby Puckett is there. Catches it for out number 2. Eric Karros with 2 outs. 0-1. Grounds it to first. To third, sorry. The throw is good, and that's out number 3. All right, the top of the 3rd is over. Going into the bottom of the 3rd with Kent Herbeck leading off. 1-2. Strikeout swinging. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Ruben Rivera now with 1 out. Full count. Grounds it too short, and he's thrown out for out number 2. Charles Johnson is next with 2 outs. Full count. And he walks. All right. 2 out walk for the Expos here. Brings up Jeff King. Full count. Grounds it to 3rd. And he's thrown out at first for out number 3. All right. Top of the 4th. Darryl Strawberry leading off. 3-1. And he walks. Eric Young is next with a runner on first, nobody out. 2-2. Grounds it to second. And we only get the runner out at second base. That's a fielder's choice, so there's 1 out, runner on first. Sean Berry is the batter now. 0-1. Grounds it to short. This time we get the double play and we are out of the inning. Going into the bottom of the fourth, Walt twice leads off, 1-2. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Miguel Batista in game number 1, he didn't pitch all that great, and then I tried to bring in John Doris and he did terrible. And then Carlos Perez in game number 2 pitched really well, and then Tom Gordon blew the save in inning number 9, but I kept him in for inning number 10, so he got the W because I won in 10 innings. So Carlos Perez did really good, Miguel Batista not that great, John Doris was horrible. Alright, 1 out, Gabe White is the batter, full count, and he struck out swinging. That means that we're starting the next series against the Giants with Hideo Nomo, so that's going to be good. Delino DeShields with 2 outs, 0-1. Grounds it to short, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. And Jose Rosado's only a handful of days away from coming back from injury as well, so that's also good. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I don't think I can shatter somebody's confidence when obviously they have 0. Alright, Todd Islandsworth now to lead off the 5th for the Dodgers. 2-0 to him. That's a base hit to center. Alright, runner on first, nobody out. George Williams is the batter now. 1-1 to him, and that's a base hit to right. Alright, so Gabe White getting... Oh! John Kruk with the error. The runners advance. Okay, that's not good. Alright, so there's 2 runners in scoring position. Nobody out. Ruben Martinez is the batter now. Full count to him. That's it to left. That's a base hit to the pitcher. That's 2 games in a row we do that. So it is now 4-2. Only 1 run scored on that. There's runners on first and third. Nobody out. Chris Latham is now the batter. 3-0 to him. And he walks on 4 pitches. Yikes. Cal Daniels is next. Bases loaded, nobody out. We have a 2-run lead. Full count. Daniels hits it poorly to the pitcher. We get the out at home, but that's the only out we get. Oh, man. All right, we're going to try to push through. Bases loaded, 1 out. 2-2 to Caros. That's it to right. John Kruk after it. Catches it for out number 2. That's going to score a run. That was deep enough for the sac fly. So it is 4-3 now. But there's 2 outs. So hopefully we can get the 3rd out here. Darryl Strawberry is the batter. Runners on first and third. No count. Oh god, that's an infield single. It's 4-4. Alright, 2 on, 2 outs for Eric Young. 1-2. Grounds it to the shortstop, and he's thrown out at first for out number 3. The Dodgers tie the game thanks to a 3-run inning in inning number 5. We are going into the bottom of the 5th. With Kirby Puckett leading off against Ruben Martinez. Full count. And he walks. Alright. Leadoff walk for the Expos. And now we have John Kruk. Full count. Oh, that's not it very well. And he's out at third. Well, not out at third. It was a fly ball to third base. And he's out. Canterbeck with a runner on first, one out, no count. That's it to center, but Islandsworth is there for out number 2. Ruben Rivera, 2 outs, runner on first, 1 and 2, and he struck out. Okay. All right, Sean Berry leading off the top of the 6th for the Dodgers. We have a 4-4 tie game here at Olympic Stadium, 2-0. That's a base hit to right. All right, Todd Islandsworth is next. Runner on first, nobody out. 3-1. Okay, that's it. Weekly. Jeff King is there. That's out number 1. George Williams is next. 2-1 to him. Grounds it to short. And that's a double play. All right. Bottom of the 6 is coming. We have Charles Johnson leading that off. Still a 4-4 tie here. 1 and 2. And Johnson struck out looking. Jeff King is next. 1-0. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. That brings up Walt Wise. I almost feel bad. I benched Walt Wise the last 2 games, but let's do it. One and 2 to Barbary. And he struck out swinging. It didn't work. Alright, we're going to keep Barbary in the game. Walt Wise is probably feeling like he's losing his starter job at shortstop. He was benched the first 2 games against the Dodgers. Alright. Henry Rodriguez comes in as a pinch hitter for the Dodgers. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Awesome. Chris Latham is next. No count to him. That's it to right. John Kruk is there. That's out number 2. All right, Cal Daniels now with 2 outs. 1 and 2. That's a base hit to left. Falls right in front of Rivera. I'm really going to try to finish the inning with Gabe White since he's the next batter, but let's see what happens with Caro. So 2 outs, runner on first, 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. There you go. Who do we bring in for Gabe White as a pinch hitter? Against the righty Greg Olson. Probably Polonia. Reed? Okay. Jody Reed comes in to face off against Greg Olson. Bottom of the 7th. Still a 4-4 tie here at Olympic Stadium. Full count to Jody Reed. Struck out swinging. The Shields is next. With 1 out, 2 and 1. Grounds it to short. And he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Kirby Puckett is next. 0 and 2. Struck out swinging. Oh, that was a tough inning for the Expos. Going into the top of the 8th. Who's gonna be our pitcher? Terrell. All right, let's go with Terrell. All right, Walt Terrell comes in to face off against Mike Piazza. So Piazza comes in as a pinch hitter for the Dodgers. 1-1. Alright, that's it. Weekly to center. Kirby Puckett goes after it, and he catches it for out number 1. Eric Young is next. 1-2 to him. That's it to right center. Kirby Puckett with the diving catch, and it is out number 2. Uh-oh, Kirby Puckett got hurt on that play, though. That's not good. Hopefully it's not for too long. Uh-oh, he has a red cross next to his name. It's gonna be a while. Oh man, that sucks. Alright, so Luis Polonia comes in. We're gonna put Polonia in left field. And then I'm gonna put Ruben Rivera in center field. Yep, that's exactly what I had in mind as well. Alright, there's 2 outs now. We're down Kirby Puckett. Sean Berry is the next batter. 0-1. Grounds it to short. Barbary with the throw, and that's out number 3. Alright, still deadlocked. 4 runs apiece. Bottom of the 8th, John Kruk to bat against Greg Olson. 2-0. Grounds it to second, and he's thrown out at first for out number 1. Ken Turbeck is next. 1-2. Grounds it to second. Oh, that's going to be an error. All right, so Ken Turbeck is safe on the error by Eric Young. Ruben Rivera is next. Runner on first, 1 out. No count. That's... Oh, I think that's going to fall in. Yes, it does. All right, nobody was there to catch that ball, so we have 2 runners on. We have 1 out. Charles Johnson is the next batter. A base hit would be fantastic here. 1-2. And instead, it's to the pitcher. They get the runner out at second base. We have runners on first and third. There's 2 outs, and now we have Jeff King. 1-2. Grounds it to third, and he's out. Dang, we had a good opportunity. Alright, we're going to keep Walt Terrell on the mound. He only threw 9 pitches. Todd Islandsworth, top of the 9th, tied at 4. 0-1. And that's a base hit to right. George Williams is next. Runner on first, nobody out. No count. Oh, runner goes, and he's safe. Oh, alright, so runner in scoring position, nobody out. George Williams is still the batter, 1-2. Struck out swinging. Willie Sotanez comes in as a pinch hitter now. Runner in scoring position, 1 out, 1-0. Grounds it to first, and he's thrown out at first for out number 2. Runner gets to third base on the play, so we need to get Chris Latham out here with 2 outs. 0-2. Struck out swinging. Walt Terrell here with the very clutch strikeout. Let's see if we can capitalize here. Tim Cruz comes in as a reliever for the Dodgers. Brett Barbary leading off the bottom of the 9th for us. 2-1. That's it to center. Oh, that's above Allensworth's head. That's a leadoff double for Brett Barbary. So we have a runner in scoring position and nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th. All right. We have Nutt and McGinnis. Who's gonna get us that walk-off hit. Oh, you want to keep Terrell to try to bunt? We can do that. He bunted foul. Damn it, that didn't work. That was a very good idea, by the way. The line with the Shields now with 1 out, runner in scoring position. No count, and they're just gonna walk the Shields. They're gonna try to enact the double play here. So we have 2 on, 1 out, and Luis Polonia is the batter. Base hit should give us the win. Full count. That's it, weakly to left. And that's cut there by Daniels for out number 2. So now we need a base hit by John Kruk. 1 and 2. Struck out swinging. Dang. The strategy backfired. We're going into the top of the 10th. So for a second game in a row, we have extra baseball here. Walt Terrell against Cal Daniels. Yeah, we're going to keep Terrell in. He only pitched 20 pitches. He still has some stamina. 2 and 2 to Daniels. That's it to left. Polonia after it. Near the track. Catches it for out number 1. Eric Karros with 1 out. 0-1. That's it to left as well. Near the track again. Polonia's there. Catches it for out number 2. Felix Oze comes in. Oh no, he doesn't comes in as a pinch hitter. He is playing right field. So Darryl Strawberry was pulled. Okay. 1-1. It's to second. He's thrown out at first for out number 3. All right, bottom of the 10th. Are we going to pull a win in the 10th inning again for the second game in a row? Oh, they're bringing in Brian Harvey. That's whom we did it against last night. All right, facing off against Kent Herbeck. Full count to Herbeck. We did it again. We did it again. Yes, 3 great innings by Terrell. So for the second game in a row, we win in inning number 10 against Brian Harvey, which ironically, there were rumors in the offseason that we were going to be signing Brian Harvey. He ended up signing with the Dodgers, and now he took 2 losses against us. Take that. All right, now I'm a little bit worried about Kirby Puckett. I hope he's not out for too long. Oh, Kirby Puckett is out 8 to 9 weeks with torn ankle ligaments. It's gonna be a while before we see Kirby Puckett again. That sucks. I love Kirby Puckett. What a game. That was pretty. I was not expecting to win 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. I'm saving that before I lose power or some shit. I was not expecting to win 2 out of 3 out against the Dodgers. So maybe we are a much better team than I thought we were. Alright, so couple news. Florida shuts out Cubs with Rigby. Brad Rigby, the winner. I don't know who the GM will give me. And Mike Mussina pitches a complete game shutout against the Orioles. I'm going to advance now. We should see right now who it is that we are getting. We're getting Curtis Pride. He actually played for the Expos in real life, so... Of course, Curtis Pride not as good as Kirby Puckett, but he's a good runner. Oh, I thought he would be better defensively than that, though. Alright, so he's not great defensively. So I think that we're going to change the lineup with Rivera as our starter in center field, and Polonia is going to be our starter in left field. And Curtis Pride is just going to be a backup that's going to play from time to time. Curtis Pride is a left bat, right? I'm pretty sure he was. Yes. All right, so Jason Giambi is the player of the week in the American League. Ron Gant is the player of the week in the National League. Don't really care about that. And our power rankings, we are 6th, so we climbed a little tiny bit. So we're not doing too bad. We're just in a really strong division. Oh, we climbed to 2nd now, so we're 3 games and a half behind the Braves, and we are going to be facing the Giants next. Let's see if there's anything else that has happened here. Nope. Right, so let's fix those lineups now. That definitely changes things. So Polonia is going to be playing left field here. I'm going to keep it like that. And then Polonia is also going to be playing against lefties. What do you think? Would you go like that for the lineups now that Kirby Puckett is out of the equation? Okay, we can try that. Jeff King does have his ways of getting on base, so we can definitely put him there for now. Then we have... Actually, how about we do this against lefties? Ah! Polonia disappeared! I like to have, if I have a lot of speed, which Polonia has, I like to bat the pitcher 8 in that situation. Or I can keep it like this too. That's fine with me. I like it like that. I think I'm gonna start Reed or Barbary at shortstop against lefties. Yeah, probably Reed. Barbary's ratings have dipped a little. Alright, cool. Let's have it like that, and we'll give it a shot. That's gonna be next time. It's time for dinner here, so gonna have to stop, but Yeah, next time out we're going to be playing against the Giants, and we're going to have Hideo Nomo on the mound for game number 1 of that series, so that's going to be pretty exciting. Hideo Nomo is really good right off the bat. I like it. Alright, man, I'm going to go ahead and call this a day. I'm going to go ahead and get ready for dinner. So as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in. Always glad to have you on board. And of course, until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.